Going on, everybody? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Today we are getting into a conspiracy video, and let's see what this conspiracy is about.
Paulides, a former police detective and researcher, who has investigated numerous cases of individuals who have mysteriously disappeared in national parks and wilderness areas. Paulides has noted a recurring theme in many of these disappearances: the presence of berry bushes or berry picking locations near the site where the person was last seen. He suggests that there may be a connection between these berry bushes and the disappearances, proposing that some unknown entity or force could be using the bushes as a lure or a portal to another dimension. While this theory may seem far-fetched, Paulides points to the unusual circumstances surrounding many of these cases, such as the lack of evidence or tracks left behind, the failure of search dogs to pick up a scent, and the fact that many of the missing individuals seem to vanish without a trace. Some believers in this theory speculate that the berry bushes could be a marker or a signpost for an interdimensional doorway, a sort of natural portal that allows passage between our world and another realm. Others propose that the berry bushes might be a food source or attractant for an unknown predator, possibly of extraterrestrial or supernatural origin, that is responsible for the disappearances. Paulides has compiled his research into a series of books titled Missing 411, which documents the strange and unexplained disappearances in national parks and wilderness areas, often highlighting the proximity of berry bushes to the last known location of the missing person.
They don't want you to know about it.
How do we already got an
Hey,
ad?
did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago?
That's crazy, guys. We got that ad 1 minute into the video.
Biblical aliens refers to the idea that extraterrestrial beings or advanced technologies may have played a role in the events and narratives described in the Bible. Proponents of this theory point to various passages in the Bible that they believe could be interpreted as descriptions of alien encounters, advanced technology, or supernatural phenomena that might be explained by the presence of extraterrestrial intelligence. For example, some interpret the book of Ezekiel's description of a wheeled vehicle descending from the sky as a possible account of a spacecraft or UFO sighting. Others suggest that the sons of God, mentioned in Genesis 6, who are said to have intermingled with human women and given birth to the Nephilim, could be a reference to extraterrestrial beings intervening in human affairs. The idea of advanced technology in the Bible is also highlighted by those who believe that the Ark of the Covenant may have been a powerful technological device, possibly of alien origin, rather than a purely religious artifact. Some ancient astronaut theorists propose that the miracles and supernatural events described in the Bible, such as the parting of the Red Sea or the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, could be explained by the advanced capabilities of extraterrestrial beings. While these interpretations are not accepted by mainstream biblical scholars or religious authorities, they persist in popular culture, and among those who are open to the idea of extraterrestrial influence on human history and religion. The concept of biblical aliens has gained traction in recent years, with the popularity of books, documentaries, and television series exploring the topic, such as Erich von Däniken's Chariots of the Gods and the History Channel's Ancient Aliens. Believers in biblical aliens often argue that the traditional religious explanations for these events are insufficient, and that a more technologically advanced intelligence could provide a plausible alternative explanation for the seemingly miraculous or supernatural occurrences described in the Bible.
Okay, so that's crazy. Crazy conspiracy. I don't have much to say about it, but it gets vast. I'm not gonna question God's creation. That's all I feel about that.
Bicameralism is a concept proposed by
Bicameralism, the origin of the conscious and breakdown of the miracle mind.
psychologist Julian Jaynes in his a different form of consciousness compared to modern humans,
Mm.
characterized by a bicameral mind in which the brain's hemispheres operated more independently. In this bicameral state, Jaynes proposes that the right hemisphere of the brain generated auditory hallucinations, which were perceived by the left hemisphere as the voices of gods, spirits, or ancestors, guiding the person's actions and decisions. According to Janes, this bicameral mentality was prevalent in ancient civilizations, as evidenced by the frequent references to divine voices and visions in ancient texts, myths, and religious practices. He argues that the development of writing, complex language, and societal changes around 3,000 years ago led to the breakdown of the bicameral mind and the emergence of modern self-awareness, introspection, and consciousness. While Janes's theory remains controversial and is not widely accepted by mainstream psychologists, it has garnered interest from various fields, including literature, philosophy, and anthropology. Some researchers have drawn parallels between the experiences of individuals with schizophrenia, who often report auditory hallucinations, and the proposed bicameral mentality, suggesting that these experiences may reflect a re-emergence of the ancient mode of consciousness. The concept of bicameralism has also inspired various forms of creative expression, such as literature and music, exploring the idea of a divided consciousness and the potential for accessing alternative states of mind. Bicameral mind hypnosis refers to a controversial theory combining Julian Jaynes' concept of the bicameral mind with modern hypnotic techniques. Proponents argue that hypnosis may access remnants of an ancient consciousness structure where the brain's hemispheres operated more independently. They suggest that trance states induced by hypnosis resemble the proposed bicameral mentality, characterized by heightened suggestibility and dissociation. Some practitioners claim to use hypnosis to temporarily reactivate bicameral consciousness, potentially tapping into intuitive or unconscious mental processes. Anecdotal reports describe hypnotic subjects experiencing voice-like thoughts perceived as external, similar to the divine voices Janes attributed to ancient humans. Researchers have noted similarities between hypnotic phenomena and certain symptoms of schizophrenia, both of which some link to bicameral mind processes. Advocates point to the vivid imagery and unconventional thinking often reported during deep hypnosis as evidence of accessing archaic mental structures. While lacking rigorous scientific support, the concept has inspired exploration in fields like consciousness studies, psychotherapy, and creative arts.
Wow.
Whoa, man, amazing car. When did you become a millionaire?
What is this for?
We're trying to get advice for the younger generation.
I made my first.
Wicked. Wild
Some
information.
theorize that pharmaceutical companies hide cures and vaccines to profit from ongoing treatments. There's a perception that these companies prioritize financial gain over public health. The theory gains traction from various sources.
I mean, at this point, guys, we already know that's not really a conspiracy.